Good evening, this is Michael Sussman joining you live from Hurricane High School for today's Will Washburn Classic Showdown between the St. Albans Red Dragons and the Winfield Generals. The first game of two this evening. After this one, we'll have Musselman and the Hurricane Redskins squaring off. But all ready for the debut right now. The Generals out on the floor warming up, and St. Albans in the locker room after taking some jump shots. We'll give you a rundown of the season so far for these two clubs. Winfield comes in at 2-0. Last time out was a 66-41 win over Sissonville. They're led by honorable mention guard Ross Music, and they're looking to get out of the region after falling to Scott a year ago. Winfield had a decent campaign, but unable to get out of a tough regional. Travis Tarr is the new head coach of the after the resignation of Chris Stevens in the offseason. We'll get to that and a little bit more on the Winfield program later on in the broadcast. As for St. Albans, the Red Dragons are looking for their first win of the year, stumbling out of the gates a bit after a really solid season, a 15-8 mark last year, and hoping to forget about a rough outing against the GW Patriots. Last time out, St. Albans fell 55-37 at home to GW, so a good opportunity against a tough Winfield squad to get back into the win column. It was just a couple of years ago that St. Albans won a regional championship, and the Red Dragons hoping to return to prominence, and perhaps tonight could be the start of that. 2 minutes left on the pregame clock. We'll step away for a quick break, and we're back with starting lineups when we return from Hurricane High School after this.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
Can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench.
A whole lot of communities, and it's special to me, and we just wanted to recognize how other communities.
And we're back at Hurricane High School here on Video Productions. It's the Will Washburn Classic, the ceremony taking place on the floor right now. We'll get to that a little bit later on, the mission statement and the importance behind this tournament, as we'll go to one more quick break on Video Productions. Back after this.
We want to issue the St. Albans High School Long Live Will Washburn jersey that was signed by all of
Physical Therapy is a Tri-States Championship partner for comprehensive physical therapy and sports rehabilitation services. Access to physical therapy has never been easier, with extended hours and walk-in services available. Generations Physical Therapy, multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can trust.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
And we're back live at the Will Washburn Classic, the national anthem playing right now, and we'll pause briefly. And we are back live at Hurricane High School, the Will Washburn Classic, ready to get underway. Game one is the Winfield Generals taking on the St. Albans Red Dragons. Both teams ready to trot out onto the floor right now as starting lineups are announced, and we'll get to them. For the Winfield Generals, number 42, Ross Music in the lineup, as is number 24, Tanner Lowry. Number 12, Cody Griffith starts for Winfield, as does number 14, Will Rice. And number 34, Drew Dillard rounds things out. And the St. Albans Red Dragons, who line up right in front of us as we speak. For St. Albans, it's number 1, Eli Samples starting, as is number 2, Jake Shears. Number 3, Chance Hartwell in the lineup. Number 22, Elijah Martin. And number 24, Tyreek Wilkins. A good showing from the Winfield faithful, just a few minutes down the highway over here to Hurricane High School, one of the bigger schools as far as campuses go in the state. A gorgeous facility here. Big stands on both sides. Hurricane will be taking the floor later on tonight against the Musselman Applemen. But we've got some business to take care of first, as Tyreek Wilkins is in the circle for St. Albans. And it's number 24, Tanner Lowry, for the Winfield Generals. St. Albans going left to right, and they'll control the tip. It's Elijah Martin with it on the near side wing. The Generals drop back into a man-to-man as Samples surveys the floor. He'll go top key to Chance Hartwell. And now it's Shears. A lob to the low block. Martin is going to scoop it up and in. 2 quick points for Elijah Martin. And the St. Albans Red Dragons off to a nice start. They'll go to a half-court trap. The Generals deal with it nicely. And now Griffith in a trap, finds a wide-open man underneath the hoop. And Ross Music has 2. Excellent find by Griffith there. St. Albans not guarding that weak side. Here's Samples going over to the far side corner. Now on the drive, Wilkins. A minute gone here in the first quarter, 2-2. Crossover dribble, Shears. He'll pivot and turn. Now a baseline drive and a finger roll's good for Chance Hartwell. Turn in the corner, a very patient possession there for St. Albans, but able to get an easy one. Here's Dillard into the corner, Cody Griffith. They'll yo-yo it over to Will Rice, who sets top of the key. On the drive, here comes Ross Music, and he's got a pair. 4 quick points for Ross Music. Getting the dribble handoff in rhythm there and taking it all the way to the cup. Chance Hartwell's going to try to find Martin on a screen and roll. And it goes back out Hartwell. Here's Martin battling on Dillard in the post. An up and under move gets Dillard to bite, and he's got an easy 2 points. First points of the contest, or fourth points of the contest, I should say, for Elijah Martin. As we approach the 5.5-minute mark left in the first, 6-4 is your score. Music goes far side over to the Generals. They misfire on another 3. And here comes Shears in the other direction, passing it off to Samples. 5 minutes and going. Over to Wilkins, now Martin. And it's Chance Hartwell with 2 points so far in the contest. Shears will kick it out. And Wilkins puts it on the deck. 3-pointer in the air, Martin no good. And here comes Will Rice pushing the tempo. Rice stopping and popping. He's got 2 points. Rice swishing the 17-footer. And we're all tied up at 6. All the way to the rim, no good for Eli Samples. Winfield pushes ahead to Music, who has his shot rejected. Chance Hartwell with a gorgeous chase down for the Red Dragons, doing a good job recovering. Winfield so far with a win over Sissonville at home and a 3-point victory over North Marion in the opener. They'll kick it out to an open Dillard. 3-pointers, perfect. Drew Dillard with the corner 3. And it's 9-6 Winfield. The Generals extend the pressure, passing through it with ease. Alley-oop dunk. Tyreek Wilkins slamming it home. And now it's 9-8. Ross Music flips it over to Will Rice as St. Albans mans up. And Hartwell defending the ball. Way out near midcourt now. Here's Rice in the lane. Has it ripped from him. And it stays here right in front of the broadcast booth. We're up on a corner stage at Hurricane High School. Pretty nice setup. We can see everything. A good bird's eye view as Winfield is going to go to the bench for the first time. Toby Lowry checks in. Quick 3-pointers, good. Ross Music feeling it as he'll hit the NBA 3. And he's got 7 points. St. Albans wasting no time. Chance Hartwell coast to coast in the other direction. Music gonna try another one. This time it's off the side iron. And Samples rips it down. A long pass is caught up high by Wilkins and poked away. Will Rice slows the tempo. The Generals with a 2-point lead as we head to the 3-minute mark left in the first quarter. Over to Ross Music. Now Rice. Dillard battling. And the rebound is ripped down. Shot blocked, but a foul called. They're going to get Tyreek Wilkins for the foul there, his second. And it's Toby Lowry to the line for the Generals. He'll miss the first. And Wilkins is going to have to sit down. That's a bad break for the Red Dragons. 2 quick fouls early in the first quarter. Probably won't see him at least until later in the second if he plays in the first half at all. And Lowry hits that free throw. He's got his first point. And the Generals lead out to 3. Hartwell walking it up the court. Guarded by Music. Dribble handoff over to Shears. And he'll flip it to Martin. He's got to kick it out. Nice defense there by Ross Music. And Samples has his pass intercepted. Here come the Generals. Left-hand reverse layup, no good. And a whistle and a foul far away from the hoop there. Winfield unable to take advantage of the opportunity. Tanner Lowry was running free, but had to go for a tricky finish. Going over to the left hand. Malachi Goebel will check in for the St. Albans Red Dragons. And he's got his first touch here. Flipping it over to Boston Lark. Inside 2 minutes now left in the first. Chance Hartwell's going to try a jump shot, and it's short. Here come the Generals. Will Rice with it, now switching hands. And fighting through a trap. They'll go over to Lowry, who's fouled on the floor. Shot's no good. It won't count. Winfield doing a nice job sharing the ball. They're able to find a wide open Lowry. Here's Music traveling. Just a bit indecisive there. Music was thinking about pulling the corner three. Winfield looking sharp so far. The Generals last year beat Point Pleasant and Nitro in the sectional before falling to a good Scott team in the sectional round, or in the regional round, I should say. Here's a Goebel long three-pointer. It's well long and saved to a Winfield player. Here comes Wyatt Kinder. And Kinder spin move, now a jump stop out to Music, who's going to drive to the hole, and he's got a layup. Ross Music with a hot first quarter, already 9 points. Hartwell will walk it up the court and now give it over to Jake Shears, who crosses over and kicks out to Martin. Three-pointers no good. And the Generals, with 45 ticks left, will push the tempo. Into the corner, Cody Griffith is in and out. As the Red Dragons are going to pump the brakes. 10 points so far for St. Albans. Hartwell and Martin with 4 each. And Wilkins, who's got a couple fouls, with 2. A gorgeous runner there for Chance Hartwell. Dribbling with the right, finishing with the left. And now the Generals with just 10 ticks left to go. Griffith going to work on Goebel. And now we'll back him down. And Goebel able to poke it out. Baseline dribble drive, shot up and in. Toby Lowry with 2 points as time expires in the first quarter. And the Winfield lead goes to 17-12. We're back with more on video productions when we return from the Will Washburn Classic.
Physical Therapy is a Tri-States Championship partner for comprehensive physical therapy and sports rehabilitation services. Access to physical therapy has never been easier, with extended hours and walk-in services available. Generations Physical Therapy. Multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can trust.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Generations Physical Therapy is a Tri-States Championship partner for comprehensive physical therapy and sports rehabilitation services. Access to physical therapy has never been easier, with extended hours and walk-in services available. Generations Physical Therapy. Multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can trust.
And we're back live at Hurricane High School, 17-12. The Winfield Generals lead it, and they'll start out with the possession. Over on the far side wing, Jace Miller. Now it's a scoop shot for Cody Griffith. A gorgeous touch off the glass. And Winfield's up by 7. Here comes the St. Albans Red Dragons in need of some scoring. As they'll go top of the key. And now it's Hartwell there on the drive. He's bumped. And he'll head to the line to shoot 2. St. Albans so far has dropped a heartbreaker to Charleston Catholic on the road. 42-40, the loss at Catholic, and then they lost the other day to the George Washington Patriots, as the first free throw is no good for Hartwell. The Red Dragons looking to build on a 15-8 season last year, as the second free throw is in for Hartwell, and he's got 7. St. Albans rattled off 6 games in a row down the stretch of last year. The Generals going quickly to Lowry, who's got a left-hand hook shot good. So it'll be Lowry's got 5 points in the contest. As Hartwell is going to hand it off. Everett Miller now with it. And Shears whipping it far side. Hartwell trying to use the screen as Ross Music will switch on to him. Now to Martin. Back to Hartwell. Elijah Martin putting it on the floor. Now an open three-pointer is long. And Everett Miller couldn't quite find the touch there, as Ross Music has his drive thwarted by Hartwell. A nice steal. And Shears fouled. He'll head to the line for a pair. Jake Shears going to the jump stop there in transition and drew the contact. Will Rice is going to check back in for the Generals. A Winfield team looking to replace a lot of production from their team a season ago. Seth Shiloh and Elijah Crompton both graduated. Those are 6'5", 6'7" dynamic players. You got to like the guard play so far tonight for the Generals, doing a nice job sharing the basketball. And it's Chance Hartwell looking to go to work on Lowry. Here's Hartwell. Scoop shots long. Here comes Winfield. Cody Griffith taking it himself. The ball bouncing around the rim. Griffith somehow comes up with it, and he's fouled on the putback attempt. And Cody Griffith will head back to the line. 2 points so far for him, as he'll get the first free throw to drop in. And Winfield goes up 22-13. Second free throws in and out. And a couple more putback tries there. It was Jace Miller trying to keep the play alive there, as we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. The Generals burning their first. We're back with more on Video Productions after this.
Physical Therapy is a Tri-States Championship partner for comprehensive physical therapy and sports rehabilitation services. Access to physical therapy has never been easier, with extended hours and walk-in services available. Generations Physical Therapy. Multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can trust.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
And we are back live at Hurricane High School. It's the Will Washburn Classic. The St. Albans Red Dragons trailing the Winfield Generals 22-13. And St. Albans has just been hard-pressed to find scoring. So far, Hartwell leading the way with 7. But with Tyreek Wilkins still over on the bench, just having trouble getting through this Winfield man-to-man. As Samples is going to call for a screen. Now driving right side, dribble handoff Hartwell, who's short on a three-pointer. Rebound goes to Samples. They'll say that he drug the right foot. A travel gives the ball back to the Winfield Generals. As for Winfield, Ross Music having a nice game. The All-State honorable mention with 9 points. Cody Griffith's got 3, and Drew Dillard has one made three-pointer. Will Rice with a couple. 22-13 as Rice touches it. He'll go over to Griffith. Now going to work on 3 Red Dragons. He's fouled. They're going to get number 1 Eli Samples for the foul. It's Samples' second foul of the game. As the Red Dragons check him out. And Reuben Johnson checks in. They'll clear it long to Music, who gets it right back. Now driving baseline. He'll kick out to Rice. A three-pointer is off the side iron. No good. And the possession arrow stays with Winfield. Martin knocks it out. Tanner Lowry into the game for Winfield, as Will Rice is going to take a breather. Tough spot to inbound here. Far side left corner, as they'll go all the way out to midcourt. Music thought about a shot there, and a foul call there on Reuben Johnson. He was going to overplay the cross-court pass. So the Generals enter it into Music, who goes to work right in front of the Generals fans. And Martin. A whistle and a foul call. It's offensive. And they're going to get Tanner Lowry for the push-off. As the Red Dragons hold their ground and draw the contact. Here's Shears with it, going all the way to the hole, flipping it up and in. Jake Shears with his first points, falling to the ground and going high off the glass with the left. Here's Ross Music losing it momentarily. Now back to Tanner Lowry, who's strong on the try. And the putback's up and in. And the foul call. Jace Miller finishing through contact. And he'll have a chance to complete the three-point play. That's a backbreaker if you're St. Albans. They've been working hard all game on the offensive end, but just haven't been able to get anything to go. And then to give up a second chance opportunity like that, just frustrating, as the free throw is swished. Miller with 3 points. And the lead out to 10 for Winfield. As Hartwell slows. And Shears gives it back to Hartwell. Music extending the pressure. 3:30 and going. Second quarter action, give and go to Martin. Shot's good. The foul is on the floor. They're going to get Toby Lowry for the block, coming off of a screen and roll. And St. Albans to inbound underneath the hoop. Hartwell going to the cup. He bowled over Dillard, who gets the charge call. Drew Dillard sacrificing his body there, and stepping in front of Chance Hartwell. Gorgeous rotation there. You got to be able to anticipate that drive. And Dillard did it to perfection. As Rice is going to throw over to the top of the key, now near side wing. Dillard going to work in the post, and he's called for the travel. Good call. Dillard just lost his balance, and Reuben Johnson did a little bit of the pull the chair out from under him move. That initial contact just wasn't quite as much as Dillard expected. As St. Albans tries to go on a run moving towards half. If they could cut it to 5, 6, 7 points, the way they've played offensively, I think the Red Dragons would certainly take that. As Martin is going to flip it over to Chance Hartwell. And Hartwell, one-on-one pull-up shot from the baseline's no good. And with a head of steam, here comes Griffith. He'll hand over to Rice, who's got a 17-footer. Will Rice, second field goal of the contest. And it puts the Generals up 27-15. St. Albans is going to burn a timeout here, a 30-second one. We'll step away quickly, back with more on Video Productions.
Physical Therapy is a Tri-States Championship partner for comprehensive physical therapy and sports rehabilitation services. Access to physical therapy has never been easier, with extended hours and walk-in services available. Generations Physical Therapy, multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can trust.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table.
And we are back live at Hurricane High School. It's the Will Washburn Classic. And the St. Albans Red Dragons in some trouble here in our first game, down 12. As Elijah Martin's going to back down Dillard in the post. Now a fall-away jump shot, banks home. Elijah Martin's got 6 points. Here comes Will Rice dumping off to Dillard. Now to Cody Griffith. And Music coming off a screen will try a three. He's knocked to the floor. And Music is going to get 3 free throws. Ill-advised play there from St. Albans, allowing a good shooter. So they get 3 opportunities. Cardinals in there, never hit a jump shooter, as the first one's good. And Music's got 11. Ross Music returning All-State honorable mention as the second free throw. Malachi Goebel into the game as a couple of guys sit down for St. Albans. Chance Hartwell, as well as Carson Hager onto the bench. And Music to go 3 for 3. And he's done it. So St. Albans searching for offense. The Red Dragons leading scorer on the bench. As Goebel goes out to Jake Shears. Over to the left hand, dribble, hands off. Goebel's good for 3. Malachi Goebel a few feet from behind the line, swishing that one. He's got his first points. 30-20, the deficit at 10 as Dillard's got an open 3, and he'll miss everything. The ball goes right back to the St. Albans Red Dragons. So through a pretty sloppy first half, St. Albans still with an opportunity to take just a 7-8 point deficit into the locker room. As Martin goes over to Goebel, just swish to 3. On the drive, Shears, no good on the try, as that was Lark long on the attempt. 45 seconds now for Rice, who passes it out to Music. Thought about a volleyball line attempt. And Goebel. Now to Griffith. Good battle underneath here as Lark is grabbed. Actually, Lark is whistled for the foul. They're going to get him on the shot attempt of Tanner Lowry. Both teams playing physical underneath. And the first free throw is good for Tanner Lowry. This St. Albans team trying to get going. A couple of years ago, they won the regional championship. It was during the COVID season, so they didn't get a chance to take the floor at state, unfortunately. Lowry's going to hit the second one. St. Albans, 20 seconds left. They'll go quickly and give it right back as Music takes a charge. And Reuben Johnson losing his feet there as he tried to back him down. Some really, really good players on that regional championship team back in 2020. Notably Rodney Toller, an all-stater. Music all the way to the hole, an easy bucket. As he'll turn the corner. Through just 3 seconds left, St. Albans, here's a Lark 3, no good. Winfield able to extend that lead, 34-20. The Generals on top of the St. Albans Red Dragons in the first game of the Will Washburn Classic. We'll be here all night. A quick preview of the later game as well as a rundown of this first half when we return on Video Productions after this.
Physical Therapy is a Tri-States Championship partner for comprehensive physical therapy and sports rehabilitation services. Access to physical therapy has never been easier, with extended hours and walk-in services available. Generations Physical Therapy. Multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can trust.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankancity.com.
Is that peppermint mocha I smell?
Everyone, the holidays are here!
It's here!
Well, folks, it's finally here. The cup is back.
Bite down.
Hey, steady. Take me with you.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Generations Physical Therapy is a Tri-States Championship partner for comprehensive physical therapy and sports rehabilitation services. Access to physical therapy has never been easier, with extended hours and walk-in services available. Generations Physical Therapy, multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can trust.
And we are back live at Hurricane High School. It's the Will Washburn Classic. Halftime of our first contest, the Winfield Generals up 34-20 over the St. Albans Red Dragons. A lopsided first 16 minutes of action there. Ross Music doing what he's done for a large part of his career, the All-State Honorable Mention, leading the way with 14 points. Music was really aggressive. He had a few nice finishes at the rim, also one deep three-pointer, and Music finished a three-point play after getting knocked to the floor coming off of a ball screen. So expect him to continue to be active in that Generals offense, which is going to rely on him a lot this year after the departure of some world or some state class players. And then Tanner Lowry with 2 points. Cody Griffith had 3. Will Rice with 4. Rice did a nice job doing things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet in that first half. He provided a nice calm, a nice tempo on that offense, which had a good flow. Drew Dillard knocked down a three-pointer as well. Toby Lowry had 5, and Jace Miller had 3 points. That rounds out the scoring for the Generals. As for the St. Albans Red Dragons, buckets were tough to come by. Malachi Goebel drilled a three-pointer. Tyreek Wilkins had 2 points. Elijah Martin with 6. Chance Hartwell had 7. He led the Red Dragons in scoring. And then Jake Shears with 1 field goal. And Tyreek Wilkins, one of the best players for the Red Dragons, had to sit for a good bit of that first half with 2 quick early fouls. So perhaps Wilkins gets in a rhythm early and starts to heat up this Red Dragon team, which has got some tough games on the slate coming up. They'll take on Musselman tomorrow and then Cave Springs out of Virginia. As for Winfield, they'll play Hurricane in the second day of the event and then at home against Herbert Hoover next week. So we're in the full swing of things. Typically this time of year, as you approach Christmas break, it's kind of the peak of the high school basketball season as far as games just coming 3-4 times a week. At the conclusion of this one, we'll have the Hurricane Redskins taking on the Musselman Applemen. Hurricane fresh off a victory over Capital earlier this week, a 66-63 victory on Tuesday. And Musselman hoping to shake off a rough one in the opener against Greenbrier East, losing 70-43 on Friday. It was a great game when these two squads squared off a year ago. Musselman winning that one by 2 points. So I'd expect an action-packed rematch, and we'll have it for you right here on Video Productions after the Generals and Red Dragons wrap things up. We're back with more halftime coverage when we return after this.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
And we are back live at Hurricane High School at the Will Washburn Classic on Video Productions. The Winfield Generals leading it 34-20 as we prepare to get the second half underway. Both teams back to the starting lineups. Eli Samples, Jake Shears, Chance Hartwell, Elijah Martin, and Tyreek Wilkins out there for the Red Dragons. As for Winfield, it'll be Ross Music, Tanner Lowry, Cody Griffith, Will Rice, and Drew Dillard. Here come the Generals. Entering it to Rice. And now it goes back to Griffith. He's going to lose it momentarily. It bounced on the sideline. And the Red Dragons get it right back. Good start out of the locker room if you're St. Albans. Actually, a quick correction on the Generals side. Number 20, Toby Lowry, starts out the second half as Hartwell is in and out on a quick jump shot. And here comes Winfield. Will Rice jogging it up the floor as the ball goes to Music. And now over to Lowry. He's got it ripped away. The Red Dragons get an easy layup. It's Hartwell. Great down court vision there from Jake Shears to whip it up the floor to his teammate. And the Red Dragon deficit down to 12. Music going across the lane. His shot's blocked by Elijah Martin. And if Martin wasn't going to get it, Tyreek Wilkins probably was. As Rice clears long to Music. And Ross will come off a screen and drill a three-pointer. Ross Music now with 17 points in the contest. And here comes St. Albans, a foul call on the floor. They'll get Ross Music on a bump. That's Music's second three-pointer of the game. And he'll check out. I think it was bumped somewhere on the upper body. A couple of substitutions here for Winfield. Wyatt Kinder's in the game, as is Bryson Childers. And to inbound underneath the hoop, they'll go up top to Wilkins. A short jump shot is off the backboard, as Will Rice is going to collect it. And the point guard looking to set up the offense, guarded tightly by Jake Shears. A minute and a half gone in our third quarter. And Rice going to work. Will Rice with 4 points. Now goes far side over to Lowry. Lowry, spin move, up and in. Will Lowry doing a nice job stopping on a dime and getting the defender off balance. Tanner Lowry with 4 points in the ball game, as St. Albans keeps it underneath the basket. Two Red Dragons fly in there, and then switching over to the right hand did Tanner Lowry. And Elijah Martin, hands off, scoop shots long. Hartwell had a good look, but couldn't get the touch. Here's a three-pointer off the side iron, no good. Bryson Childers off from three-point range, and Jake Shears swishes the pull-up. 4 points for Shears. That simple jump stop, that's one of the best plays in basketball. And the Red Dragons on the break after the turnover. Here's Hartwell, up top Martin, three-pointer. Gonna bounce off the iron. And Winfield is gonna call a timeout. Coach Tarr wants to talk things over at the 5:13 mark, 39-24 Generals. We're back after a quick break.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
And we're back live on Video Productions. Michael Sussman here with you, bringing you action from the Will Washburn Classic. The Winfield Generals well on their way to a victory, leading it by 15. Ross Music back into the game with 17 points. He'll pass it off and get it right back. Eli Samples guarding the ball for St. Albans. All the way to the rim goes Griffith. Long on the finger roll, and Wilkins gets the board. They'll go to Hartwell, who drives on three. Generals. He's fouled. Chance Hartwell with 9 points so far tonight. One field goal in this second half so far. It's a busy week of high school basketball across the state, as Hartwell's going to miss the first one. Got some good games tonight. Charleston Catholic taking on Huntington at 8:30, and the defending state champion Polka Dots squaring off against Greenbrier West in the FCA Hoops Classic. That's a great event every year, as Hartwell is going to hit the second free throw. And the deficit's now 14. Here's Music going across the defense. I had the FCA Hoops Classic last year, got to call an Isaac McNeely game. That was a treat, as well as Josiah Davis, who's playing for the Mountaineers now. Ross Music short on another three. So always a great event over at West Virginia State. It's over into the lane. Now kicked out, three-pointer for Samples. Doesn't have enough mustard. And now 4 minutes left in the third quarter. A couple of scores from around the state this week. Yesterday, the Ravenswood Red Devils in Class AA knocked off the Wahama White Falcons 74-63. As we've got a foul call on the floor. It's going to go against Tyreek Wilkins for the Red Dragons, his third foul. Ravenswood with a good-looking team, a state semifinal squad back from Mick Price. And Logan with an 84-75 win over Tug Valley, that game yesterday as well. Here's Winfield looking to add to the total. Music over top of a defender is going to get it jammed on the side of the rim. And that gives the possession back to St. Albans. The Winfield student section making some noise right across from us. A lot of green sweatshirts made the short trip over here to Hurricane High School. And Eli Samples is going to lose the ball. A jump ball as Tanner Lowry hits the deck. And the Winfield's going to get the possession. Great hustle there from Lowry. Those are the little things, the hustle plays that you're going to need over the course of a long season. Winfield was able to win a couple of playoff games last year, beating a good Nitro team. As Music is going to put it on the floor all the way to the rim. Can't get it to go. And it bounces all the way to the corner. Three-pointers in. Cody Griffith drilling that one. And he's got 6 points. Shears trying to drive now to Samples, who kicks out to Martin. Top of the key, Hartwell straight away, no good. And Cody Griffith slows the tempo. As Music walks it up the floor. And he'll pass it off. No good from three for Griffith this time. And Hartwell is going to dribble it out of bounds. It goes back to the Generals. Good job in transition there by Winfield, not fouling. As you see the Griffith three, sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. That ball bounced right to him. And we've got a timeout on the floor. St. Albans will take it. We'll step away with them. 42-25. Winfield leads it back at Hurricane High School after this.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Is that peppermint mocha smell?
Everyone, the holidays are here!
It's here!
Well, folks, it's finally here. The cup is back.
Right down.
And we're back live at Video Productions at Hurricane High School on Video Productions. Winfield going right through a full court press here as they look to add to a 17-point lead. Ross Music, the leading scorer, with 17. As Rice gets it top circles. And the pass nearly stolen by Wilkins as Rice clears long to Griffith. And Griffith picking up his dribble. Passes it off to Lowry, stopping, popping music, in and out. And Hartwell the other way. Goes to Martin, open Shears three-pointer. Is off the front iron. And Wilkins is gonna get it in a tie-up. A jump ball keeps it here on the south end with the Red Dragons. As Hartwell inbounds underneath the basket. Toby Lowry jumps up to the scores table. As Martin gets in a jam in the corner, able to find Shears. Goes over to the wing to Hartwell. And now Tyreek Wilkins, cut off baseline. 1:15 and rolling, third quarter action. Here's a long Martin three, and it's off the glass. Cody Griffith, moments ago, drilled a triple. He's got 6 points in the game. And Jace Miller on the low block. Kicks it over to Griffith in the corner. Shot fake drive. Back to the block. Shot rejected by Samples. How about that one? As he'll go over to Martin underneath Wilkins. And a Samples three. He's got it. Eli Samples stroking it from distance. Will Rice going right down Broadway, left-handed layup, good. Keeping it in the middle of the floor. Hartwell is fouled on the floor there. As Will Rice has 6 points. That Will Rice play, a perfect example for young point guards of what to do on a press breaker. If you got the ability to go down the middle of the floor, that's where you want it to be. And Rice just recognized the situation and put his head down as Shears goes over to Goebel. He's short on a corner three. We've got a whistle and a foul call. It's underneath, banging on the boards. The foul was number 24 for Winfield, Tanner Lowry, is called for a foul as Winfield goes to the bench. Drew Dillard into the contest. And Everett Miller checks in. So Winfield actually with the basketball after the quick stoppage. And Griffith has it poked loose. Boston Lark grabs it, but the buzzer sounds. And the third quarter is wrapped up 44-28. The Winfield Generals up 16 going into the fourth. We're back with it on Video Productions after this.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
It's finally here. The cup is back.
Quiet down.
You steady? Take me with you.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
We're back in the fourth quarter at the Will Washburn Classic. The Winfield Generals leading it 44-28 over the St. Albans Red Dragons, who search for a victory tonight. It's been a couple of tough ones for St. Albans so far, and struggling again tonight. Offense hard to come by, as Martin is going to get fouled hard by Cody Griffith. And he'll head to the line for a pair. Elijah Martin's got 6 points tonight. As a good Musselman team goes over into the locker room, the Musselman Appleman taking on the Hurricane Redskins, the home team, at the conclusion of this game as Martin is able to hit the first free throw. And he's got 7. Here's Martin, a high arcing attempt is long, as Dillard can't quite grab it, but Music does. And we'll go the other way. Here's Music through the press, picking up his dribble. And he'll go long to Cody Griffith. Winfield content to let some time bleed off that clock. As Music's going to cross over and hand off to Griffith. Guarded tightly by Goebel. Here's a wide open Music 3, and it's short. Music steals it right back and up and in for the layup. Ross Music doing a little bit of everything tonight. Credit him with a steal and a bucket. And Will Rice draws a charge. Gorgeous footwork, shuffling in front of Elijah Martin. Rice doing all the little things well. And here comes Ross Music, tonight's leading scorer. Crossing over behind the back. And it's bumped out by Martin. As Winfield sets up the out-of-bounds action. And they'll go long to Tanner Lowry. Now Dillard with the left hand is going to lose it. Good defense from behind there by Boston Lark. He was able to poke it loose. St. Albans running out of time, down to 17 with just 6.5 left. And Griffith over to Music, who's had the hot hand tonight. Wide open, Dillard, three-pointers, no good. Music up and under, right hand layup in. Ross Music's got 21. As Hartwell is gonna force a floater. And Griffith with a 5-on-4, throws it behind his man, now back to Ross Music, no good this time. Here comes Malachi Goebel. Over to Shears, dribble handoff Martin. And Boston Lark setting a screen. Hartwell's going to use it. He'll go up and under, no good on the attempt. St. Albans still under the 30-point mark through 3.5 quarters almost of play. And that's been a struggle this season. Only 40 points scored against Charleston Catholic and 37 against George Washington. The General's going to go to the bench here. Number 23, Everett Miller checks in. And Jace Miller will as well. Quick break for Ross Music as well as Drew Dillard, who sit down. As Miller gives it off to Griffith. Griffith drawing the double team, now passes it across the timeline. As they'll go underneath, now back to Griffith. And the press break, again run to perfection. Will Rice, bunny from across the court's no good. And he'll track down the board into the corner, three-pointer in the air, swished. Everett Miller, good from the corner. And the lead out to 51-29. Coming into the game, ready to go was Everett Miller. Not wasting the opportunity. A gorgeous stroke as Hartwell goes to the line. Front end of the 1-and-1 is short as the board goes to Will Rice. And again, Winfield slows the tempo. The Winfield Generals 2-0 to start the campaign. Wins over Sissonville and North Marion. And the first year of Travis Tarr, who replaced Chris Stevens in the offseason. Stevens made some headlines on his way out, not necessarily, but did a few interviews on the hiring process that took place at Winfield High School over another job, and cited a severe lack of integrity, courtesy, and professionalism within the school board hiring practices. So that led to him stepping down, and then Tarr takes over. So far, so good for Winfield. And here comes Samples on the drive, passing it off to Goebel, who's no good on the attempt. And with 4 minutes left in the contest, here comes Winfield. It's cleared to Griffith. And Music. He's going to get it right back now into the corner. Three-point shot is short. As St. Albans looks for a bucket. Sample from a few feet behind the line, drains a three. Eli Samples, second of the contest, and he's got 8. Cody Griffith bumped on the side as he'll go up off the glass. And Cody Griffith gets 2 free throws. The first one's long. Griffith so far has 6 points. And Winfield's going to take a timeout. We'll step away with 3:23 left in the contest. Back after this.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Is that peppermint mocha I smell?
Everyone, the holidays are here! It's here! Well, folks, it's finally here. The cup is back.
Right down.
You steady? Take me with you.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off.
And we are back live at Hurricane High School. 3:23 left in the fourth quarter. 52-32 is the score, as the Winfield Generals try to salt away the third win of the season. Into the low block, reverse layups up and in for Jace Miller. And Miller with 5 points tonight. Eli Samples has it ripped out from behind. Ross Music able to poke that one away. Music's got 21 points this evening. As Everett Miller goes top of the key. Now over to White Kinder. And Miller with it again. As Kinder surveys the floor. He'll go back to Miller. Winfield, and no rush here with the 22-point cushion. Rejection there from Wilkins. And Music, he'll Gonna have to slow things down again as he gets it back in the deep corner. Musselman and Hurricane due up next here in the Will Washburn Classic. A rematch of last year's 2-point Musselman win. We've got a timeout here on the floor. 55-32. Winfield leads it. We're back on the other side at Hurricane High School.
Physical Therapy is a Tri-States Championship partner for comprehensive physical therapy and sports rehabilitation services. Access to physical therapy has never been easier, with extended hours and walk-in services available. Generations Physical Therapy. Multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can trust.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
And we are back live at Hurricane High School, 54-32. The Winfield Generals lead it over the St. Albans Red Dragons. Ross Music is the night's leading scorer with 21 points so far. As for St. Albans, Chance Hartwell is leading in that department. He's got 10 on the night. All the way to the cup, there's Wilkins, able to blow by a couple defenders. And he's got a pair. Into the game for Winfield is Jackson Cunningham. He's got Wilkins on him. Right now it's Wyatt Kinder guarded by Goebel. Here's an elbow jumper, good. Bryson at Childers with his first points. Good action there off the screen as Goebel pulls up, and it's airballed off the side. And with 1:03 left, Winfield's got reserves in the game. Number 22, Reed Fisher. As well as Childers, who we saw drill the jumper a few moments ago. As Kinder is going to pass it off. Now Everett Miller puts it on the floor. Kinder gets it right back. Corner three is long. And Wilkins able to go over top of Cunningham. As St. Albans goes to work with 31 seconds and winding. A long three is short. Back-to-back air balls on two possessions there for the St. Albans Red Dragons. It's been a struggle in this second half, to say the least. As Everett Miller is going to give it to Cunningham. Nice hands from Wilkins. He was able to slap away the pass after Cunningham was wide open cutting. Just 16 ticks left. The Winfield Generals are going to improve to 3-0. As we've got a stoppage with 9.4 left. It's a showdown with Hurricane tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be a packed house. Two local fan bases that always turn out to support their teams, Winfield and Hurricane. As Goebel tries one at the buzzer, and that will do it. Winfield knocks off St. Albans 56-34 in the first game of the Will Washburn Classic. We're back with a quick post-game recap, and then after that, Musselman versus Hurricane. Don't go anywhere. It's an action-packed night here on Video Productions.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
And we are back live at Hurricane High School, all wrapped up through our first game. The Winfield Generals beat the St. Albans Red Dragons 56-34. We'll get to a breakdown of the action. Ross Music had it going all night. He'd lead the way with 19 points. A couple of three-pointers from him, and Music also doing a nice job getting downhill and slicing through that Red Dragon defense. Tanner Lowry had 4 points in the contest, 6 from Cody Griffith. He'd knocked down a three-pointer. Will Rice had 6 points and did a great job controlling the tempo at the point guard position. Bryson Childers with a pair. And then Toby Lowry contributed 5 points. Everett Miller knocked down a 3, and Jace Miller would have 5. A rough outing there offensively for St. Albans. Just one double-figure score. It was Chance Hartwell with 10. Eli Samples drilled a couple threes. He had 6. And then Jake Shears with 6 points. Elijah Martin with 7. Tyreek Wilkins would have 4. Malachi Goebel hit 1 three-pointer. Tyreek Wilkins had 2 late points there. And that is it for your Red Dragon scoring. With the loss, the Generals stay perfect. They go to 3-0. And the Red Dragons drop to 0-3. We're just halfway through the night's games. The Musselman-Appleman set to take on the Hurricane Redskins. Momentarily, we'll have that game for you right here on Video Productions. After about 10 or 15 minutes, we'll be back right here in the booth. So don't go anywhere. This has been Michael Sussman, back with more.